So for argument's sake, I've actually gone through and I've chosen to use this defected timber that we just spoke about. Now we need 700 mils. We're going to cut a bit excess because we're going to run it through the thicknesser, and in case it snipes out, which means it's going to cut a little bit extra out of your timber, we want to leave that extra just in case. Now you'll see often students will go to get the 600 mil ruler, they'll measure 600 and then they'll go through and measure another 100 on top of that. Why waste time? Let's be as effective as possible and efficient as possible. So let's use a tape measure. Run it along the edge, because you always want to be marking from the edge. Come up, mark that, and then come through and hit out that 700 mils. Right there. As you can see, I've gone through, I've added that, and it's coming in right where that knot is. Now, because I've chosen to use this piece, being aware of this knot, I don't really want to be running a saw right through a knot. So I'm going to move it down a bit further, because that way I've just got a little bit more to work with. So I'm going to move it down here, and this way when we're running it through the thicknesser, we'll run this at the back, at the end of it, to make sure that that's going to be the part that chips out, if it chips out at all. So we've got that, we've got our square on, and we've marked it. Now to use the square, the easiest way I find is to use my 3 fingers there on the back, holding it nice and flat, because a square only works if this edge here is up against it, flat. I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to use my forefinger here, and it's going to sit on top of that blade there. That holds it down flat, and my thumb is at the back creating tension. I'm going to move that up to where I need it to be, and then I'm going to draw that line in. And that is how you use a square effectively and efficiently. One other thing I want to say before we continue is when we're working on our timber, you're going to see me draw pretty hard during these clips so that you can see them on the video. But when you're doing it, don't mark your timber hard. Do it actually quite light. Do it so you can see it, but that's enough, because we don't want heavy marks, because then if they show later, you have to either sand them out, erase them, but you normally have to sand them out, which will then negatively impact your product. Take time, take care, and be deliberate. And as always, write your name on your piece. Every time. That way it can't be stolen. See you in the next video.